Listen to your kids, let them talk. We as parents are not listening to what children are saying or trying to say. I'm guilty of it too. As a parent, I'm too eager to respond or give my opinion to whatever the child is asking for. And in the process, the child kind of gets quiet and shuts down, and then they don't interact. Um, I'm totally one of those parents who wants to preach. My default as an Indian brown parent is listen to me, I know best, which is not the best policy actually. It is a totally wrong approach. You're not even listening to what the child has to say, and you're giving your opinion about it. As Dr. Daniel Amen explains, he's an expert and he explains beautifully that we as parents just have to shut up and listen. So, Dr. Daniel says, he talks about this active listening concept, which actually means that if a child is saying something, don't give your 2 cents, but simply just repeat the question back to the child. Let's say the child tells you, Mom, I want to go get a tattoo. Don't say anything, don't react. Just simply say, so you want to go get a tattoo, and then let them talk. That's called the active listening concept. Here's an example about it. As Dr. Daniel puts it, the child asks the parents that he wants to go get his hair dyed purple. He wants to get a purple hair color. A normal response to from anybody, from any parent to something like this is, no, you cannot do that. You still live under my roof. You can't do this. What it's going to do is two things. Either the child is just going to shut down and not talk about it, or there's going to be a fight. There's going to be an argument between the parent and the child. Oh, why I can't do this? And another approach to all of this is instead just say, you want to dye your hair purple. And then just pause, wait. So the child might say, oh, because this gives him a chance to talk when you're just waiting and just did not respond or give a yes or a no. That this gives a child a chance to talk. So he might say something like, oh, everyone's doing it. They want to have a different hair color these days. Your answer might be, so, which is very normal response. I do it too all the time. So if everyone's jumping off the cliff, you want to do it too? That doesn't make sense. But instead, even that is a wrong response. You just wait and see how the conversation moves. What is the next thing that the child says? So patience is the key here. Just stop and listen. Or say something like, do you want to be like other kids? Then the child might say something like, I don't fit in. Now, that's your cue. Now, that's the conversation that you want to have with your child. Dr. Daniel says, grab that opportunity to talk. Let the child say it more. You just listen. When the child talks, you listen. That's when bonds are formed. Bonding is happening. Unknowingly, the child, the teen is starting to bond with you, which is the most important thing, the super important thing, that the children bond with the parents. Let the child open up, and they will not talk if you keep pushing on your own agenda. They will only talk when they feel that they want to exchange their thoughts. This bonding is what families need, because when you start connecting with the family, the values, the beliefs start transferring to the next generation. That is your ideal situation. You know your child better, so find ways and situations when they will freely talk or open up with you. The whole point of this is that the child talks, opens up, and you can have an open conversation, get a window into their minds, what they are thinking, what they are going through. Another big pitfall that we all parents kind of end up doing is when kids make mistakes, parents run to the rescue with full force. We are like, okay, what happened? Let me fix this. Let me take care of this. But it's a wrong approach. Let the child deal with the mistake, deal with the consequences. That makes them learn, grow, and it's a big boost to a child's self esteem to deal with mistakes and then figure out how to solve them. These days, us parents, we do too much for the kids. Seems like they are increasing, as parents, we are increasing our own self esteem by rescuing our kids. And in that process, we are stealing the child's capabilities to deal with life. Let the child be independent. Let the child grow. Let them learn on their own. We are there as guardrails to kind of hold them if something goes super wrong. Otherwise, let them learn. Don't get me wrong. It's not easy for a parent to sit back and just let the child deal with it. But we can at least try, we can do our best to let them learn and grow on their own. Let me know what you think about it.